Hello everybody and welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. That's not Security Breach. I keep calling this one Security Breach, and I think I called Security Breach Help Wanted a couple times, but it doesn't matter. We're here to theorycraft, and this time we're actually here to theorycraft, because now that we've beaten the base game and we got that out of the way, now we can just get straight into the theory, straight into what we came here to actually do, and that's what we're here to do. Security Breach took longer to beat than this one did, but for some reason this one felt like it took longer. I don't know if that makes sense, but this one was a lot more difficult than Security Breach, so it kind of like it put more stress into the situation. But yeah, now that we got the base game out of the way, we can really start focusing on all just theory stuff, and that's what we're here to do. Today we're going to be listening to the tapes. I don't know if we have all the tapes, so we're going to listen to however many we have, and then off camera I'm going to collect the tapes, try to get as many coins as I can, and also try to beat mini games over and over so I can get the remainder of the items, because we have some items left still. We have a ton of action figures, we have a ton of other stuff like that we have to get, so that's what we're gonna do. Well, not in this video, but we're gonna do that off camera. But yeah, either way, we're just gonna jump right into this because I've been rambling for like 2 minutes. But before we do, like and subscribe and all that shit. It helps out a ton, pushes the video around more so more people get to see it, all that good shit. You already know what it does. And with all that being said, let's just jump into it. So, first of all, the first thing that I want to do is I want to actually touch Glitch Trap and see what happens. Okay, nothing. Cool. I can stick my hand in your face, dude. What are you doing? Let's go. What the hell? Hello? Are you okay, hand? Are we good? Are we gonna have some problems? Let's go in here because this is what we actually have to do. I think we're only missing one tape. Okay, we're missing 3. We got 3 tapes that we need to get. Wait, no. Isn't there only 13 tapes? No, there's 16 tapes. Yeah, so we got 3 left. Wait, what? What? He's in here too? That's creepy. Okay, let's just start playing the tapes. Let's get tape 1.
Hello?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Don't exit this room, okay?
All
this
right.
isn't a mistake. This room isn't a mistake.
Yep.
I had to hide these logs away from the core gameplay files in a place that only a beta tester would look, and in a place where the files could be protected.
Okay.
I just really, really hope that the next development team finds this before the game is released to the public.
So this is a girl on the
This game has
development
some kind
team.
of malicious code in it that we haven't been able to fully contain or even
Yeah.
understand, for that matter. We're over budget and out of time. But that's not the reason that we're shutting down.
Or even
Listen,
understand.
I have to keep this short so the file size will be small enough to fly under the radar.
Yep.
There are more. They may not be in order.
Okay, so right off the bat, she's part of a development team. She doesn't understand this guy because he's probably, let's be real, it's probably supernatural. It's probably some shit that we can't understand, and that's why it is the way it is. Because, you know, I don't see William Afton surviving multiple murder things without it being some sort of supernatural thing. But what we know now is that that's probably not Vanessa. Some people say that Vanessa is also Tape Girl, and I don't know because she's on a development team, so Vanessa also being on a development team doesn't check out.
I saw it for the first time today.
Yep.
There was a character, I couldn't make out who it was, standing at the end of the hall. I thought it was
Wait,
just bugged out, so I made a note of it and kept playing. But then it was looking in the window, and not like Chica or Bonnie would. It was like it was actually looking in the window, seeing what I was doing.
Chica or Bonnie. So she was playing FNAF 1, looking in the window. So Glitch Trap was in FNAF 1 for her. That's weird. Because he's not in FNAF 1 for us. Give me the other tape. I don't want this one. There we go. No, wait. It's so hard to get the tape you want. Give me the third one.
I heard a pretty heated conversation this morning between Dale, our manager, and someone else on the line. It really feels like this project is in trouble.
Dale?
In no small part because of the lawsuit, I'm sure. There has to be a lawsuit. There's no way there isn't.
Okay.
It happened in this building just a few doors down from me. I think it's made worse by the fact that Jeremy tried to tell us something was wrong. But as a dev team, we all just saw it as a challenge to find what the problem was and fix it. Who could have known that?
So
I have to go.
Okay, we're gonna play that one again. Hold the horses.
In no small part because of the lawsuit, I'm sure.
Okay, so we all know what happens to Jeremy. If you don't, we'll find out later on in the tapes. So Jeremy, he gets offed. Well, I'll tell you that much. He gets offed. He's swimming with the fishes now. He's dead. So there's a lawsuit because Jeremy dies while VR testing, which causes this team to have to abandon the project, which is maybe why they couldn't save the day and like stop William Afton. Maybe that's why he did it. Maybe he purposefully made Jeremy do what he did because he wanted them to not be able to work on the game anymore because this game developer knew about him, right?
Have you ever heard of a guillotine paper slicer?
Yep,
It sounds
there it is.
made up, but it's an actual piece of office equipment.
Yep.
I didn't even know we had one in the supply room. I guess they're more common at businesses that do a lot of graphic design work. I remember seeing one when I was still in school, and even then, I knew how dangerous it looked.
Yep.
I was always afraid of losing a finger. That seems so silly now. Jeremy used to do design work. I guess that's how he knew it was there.
Jeremy used to do design work. Yeah, because he got guillotine paper cuttered. Y'all know what that means. He done got his face sliced off. Which is really, it's honestly incredibly messed up. If you like think about it and you put yourself in Jeremy's shoes, that's absolutely fucked. Imagine playing a VR game and getting possessed by a thing in the VR game and having no control and then chopping off your own face. That is terrifying. Let's play the next one.
The drawers have been emptied out. Someone was here. I don't think it was spring cleaning either. No, there was plastic on the floor. Someone was definitely here during the night. It had to have been the client. I mean, they sent us that stuff in the first place with no explanation, told us to scan it, said it would expedite the process so we wouldn't need to program any pathfinding ourselves. It was a budget thing, I guess. It was just junk. Circuit boards and things like that. Looked pretty old.
Who
Somehow,
did that?
though, there was usable code on some of it.
Wait.
It seemed to take hold by itself.
So
Things started changing. But then, he started appearing.
yeah.
At least that's what Jeremy said.
Wait a goddamn minute. Hold on. Wait. When does this game take place? Because that one threw everything off. They said the client gave them a bunch of pieces that basically put him in the game. So someone who's related to the company gave them a thing. Did Vanessa give them the stuff to put Glitchtrap into the VR game because she wants to spread him worldwide? Like, does that kind of checks out, but at the same time, does it? Like, is this we really got to think about that one. That one is a monkey wrench and a half. That's a lot. So not only did the client set everything up, but they also broke in and stole a bunch of important documents after hours? That couldn't have been Vanessa, right? Couldn't be. Who, me? Couldn't be.
Jeremy complained of nightmares when he came in this morning.
Yep.
He wasn't talking about it like someone telling a friend about his dreams, though. He was pale. Looked like he hadn't eaten in days. He spent an hour talking in Dale's office. but it didn't look like he was given much sympathy. When he came out, he went directly back to the testing room. He doesn't even jump anymore. Nothing scares him.
He doesn't
just
even
stands
jump
there
anymore.
like he's talking to someone.
What?
Sometimes he rocks from side to side. We were told to leave him alone. I knew I was in line to do the testing next. They'd been prepping me for it. I guess they knew that Jeremy would need to be replaced soon.
He just stands there like he's talking to someone. What do you mean? So, Jeremy is basically a zombie before he gets guillotined. So, he's running around like slogging around every day, staring blankly at stuff in the game while beta testing. Huh. That's creepy. That's creepy. Glitchtrap says hello, can you hear me? But that's all he says. So it can't be that he's telling him to do stuff, right? Or maybe Glitchtrap had more power before Tape Girl did what she did? I don't know.
You can always tell when a company is getting ready to fire someone.
Yep.
They start giving out written warnings for silly things, making sure to build a paper trail and make a case for a firing. Things that normally no one would care about suddenly become grave offenses, all worthy of being written and documented. I guess it works two ways, because it also encourages a person to quit rather than be scrutinized so heavily.
Yep.
I think Jeremy was too far gone to consider that option, though. The thing about it is that I don't think they were going to fire him because of anything he was doing wrong.
Whoa.
They just knew he'd seen something.
They were going to fire him.
They needed to discredit him.
They were going to fire him, but before they could, he, guillotined himself. I keep wanting to say the thing that he did, but I don't know if YouTube will demonetize me. It should be far enough in the video that we can risk it. He cut his face off. I said that earlier, didn't I? I said this earlier, didn't I? I probably said this earlier, and I'm probably stupid, but, that's fine. Who needs to be smart? We're only doing a theory on a incredibly complicated franchise. Basically, they were going to fire Jeremy, but before they could, he cut his face off because Glitchtrap was messing with him, but they knew that he saw something. So, Fazbear Entertainment knows that this guy is in here. They just don't care. Like, they know that stuff's happening, but instead of doing anything to take care of it, they're just like, we'll just cover it up.
There was something that looked like a Halloween mask laying on the floor.
Oh.
I didn't understand. Ink must have spilled. It was only then that I heard a shuffle from the testing room and realized Jeremy must be there. I went back and peered in the window. I couldn't see his face. He had the visor covering his head. He had ink spilled on himself as well. The front of his shirt looked black in the dark room. He turned his head in my direction, but I don't think he knew I was there.
Okay. That one's interesting. What looked like a mask? So, here's the two options. Either he cut his face off, or that's like a Vanessa mask?
There was something that looked like a Halloween mask laying on the floor.
See, because something that looked like a Halloween mask. Halloween masks don't really look like faces,
There was something that looked like a Halloween mask laying on the floor. I didn't understand. Ink must have spilled. It was only then that I heard a shuffle from the testing room and realized Jeremy
I didn't understand. Ink must have spilled. That makes me think that he cut his own face off. That seems right.
I was told I had 3 days to finish Jeremy's work. But I know it's just passing the time.
Okay.
They don't really expect me to do anything. It's just to keep up appearances until the buyout is complete.
That makes sense.
We have to look like we have things under control. There's another potential development studio that wants to pick up from here.
Okay.
But who knows what kind of lies they're being fed to convince them to do it.
Who are they?
Against my better judgment, I'm going to do my best to see what's here.
Wait.
Make notes of it, and try to isolate where this thing is hiding. At least then, the next person that tests this will have a chance of getting rid of it.
So they just said another person, like another group of testers are coming in to take over. Isn't this the first game that Steelwool worked on? It is, I think. And if it is, then maybe they're also putting themselves in universe, just like Scott Cawthon, because Scott Cawthon is an in-universe game developer that made the first 4 games that are in-universe video games for this franchise now. So that makes me think that maybe Steelwool is the new company that came in afterwards, and maybe they know more than they're letting on, which means that Steelwool's YouTube account could straight up be like an ARG element to the Freddy Fazbear franchise, where we're seeing like Fazbear and Friends or whatever. That is actually the game developers Steelwool releasing that. Maybe I don't know. Because Steelwool's making this game, right? They released Help Wanted, and in-universe Help Wanted is a game,
I
right?
was told I had 3 days to finish Jeremy's work.
That
But I
seems
know
right.
it's just passing the time.
Yep.
They don't really expect me to do
Hey,
anything.
this is the one that we already
It's
listened
just to
to.
keep up appearances until...
We gotta listen to that one.
Today was my last day of beta testing.
Yep.
And the anomaly that I've been seeing is nowhere to be found. But after inspecting some of the files, it seems that it's attached itself to these logs. My logs.
Yep.
That can't be an accident. So now I have to make a choice.
Yeah.
Do I leave these logs here for you to find? Or do I try to purge this thing myself by destroying the logs? I've chosen the latter.
I've chosen the latter. Doesn't that mean she's gonna destroy the logs? Hate to tell you this, lady. The logs are still here. She's trying to destroy the logs. Something tells me she gets possessed and then can't. Tape 12 is what we need. It's so hard to grab the right tape. What?
I can't delete them.
There we go.
By creating a protected area to store these logs apart from the game, I effectively gave this thing a safe place to hide itself.
Oh.
It's in here now. I may not be able to delete it, but I might be able to do something else now that it's attached itself.
Okay.
I have an idea.
I have an idea. Yep, that's good. That's good. I like ideas.
They lied to us. They lied to all of us.
Yep.
They told us that the whole point of this VR game was to undo the bad PR done by a rogue indie game developer who supposedly made up a bunch of crazy stories that tarnished the brand.
Yep.
But that's not true at all. In their haste to develop this VR game and clear their name, they sent us some things I don't think they intended us to see.
Oh.
Such as a hard drive containing emails between Fazbear Entertainment and a certain indie developer. Fazbear Entertainment hired the game developer. Those indie games were designed to conceal and make light of what happened. This isn't just an attempt to rebrand.
What?
It's an elaborate cover-up. A campaign to discredit everything.
Okay, we're gonna have to listen to that one again.
They lie everything.
Got it. Okay, I understand what that means. So basically, Scott Cawthon isn't an insane person just making up gobbledygook about the franchise. He was hired by Fazbear Entertainment to make those games, to make those stories seem like they're not true. So, like, you know, this game is making fun of a game that they decided to make. You know, this game is like, oh, we're making light of these stories that you've been fed to, these lies from this game developer. But those lies were made by them because they hired the game developer. So they're just trying to make the original myth have no validity. That's the right word. They're trying to make the actual events seem like they're not real because of the game, because of the game that Scott Cawthon made. Basically, what that would mean for the story, that means that FNAF 1, 2, 3, and 4 still have grounds in reality. They do. They still have a lot of stuff that is true about them. That's what that would mean, if that lady's right. That seems right. You know, the murders happen, and then Scott Cawthon makes a game about it, and people think, oh, it's a myth because the game was made about it. And that's what FNAF is, like, trying to push on. Like, Fazbear Entertainment is trying to make people think like that. They're trying to make people be like, oh, you know, it's just a myth because this game it's a game, so it's all made up. and not true. I don't know, it's very complicated. That last one in particular is rough to decipher. Although I'm pretty sure I understand it. I think I get it. Basically, Fazbear Entertainment is just trying to make the actual murders of FNAF 1, 2, and so on and so forth. They're trying to make those seem like they never happened because they're trying to, like, cover it up with video games. They're trying to, you know, discredit everything, like the one lady said. So that's a weird one. That just means that, like, we have to just figure out what's right and what's wrong with the games at this point. But they're trying to discredit everything. So FNAF 1, 2, 3, and 4, maybe those are, like, wrong, kinda? Because if they're trying to make it, they're trying to discredit everything, so maybe they're pointing us in the wrong direction. Maybe it's less supernatural than we think, and it's more straight up murderers, you know? Because this whole time we're thinking like ghost goo, spirits and all that, running around doing stuff like that. But what if the original things that they're trying to cover up with these wacko video games were just normal murders done by like William Afton? So like he just killed people. Just straight up he killed people. And then, you know, the games come out and they're like, oh, he hid the bodies in the suits, and he was like, you know, he had an outfit on himself, and he was like, he lured the kids into the back room and everything. You know, all that came out through that game, and they're trying to make it seem like that was the myth. Like they're trying to make that the legend instead of the truth, which is that a dude murdered like 5 kids. Like they're trying to make it seem like a myth, and then they're trying to discredit that myth with this game. Trying to be like, no, it was all made up to begin with. So basically they're creating a double negative. They're completely nullifying everything. They're completely nullifying the murders in general in the public eye, because they're making people think like, oh, you know, this is just, they just made like a myth. They just made it up out of a game. But in reality, some dude murdered people for real. I think that's what it is. I don't know. We're definitely going to have to think about that one more. But for now, we're going to end this video because I feel like I've been recording for a really long time. So that's going to be the end of this one. Let me take off my VR headset and stuff. Thank you for watching. You made it to the end of the video, and I appreciate the hell out of that. You already know I do. Like and subscribe and all that shit. It helps out a ton, pushes the videos around more so more people get to see it. I'm excited about where we're going right now with the theorizing. In the next video, we should have more tapes, more coins, more action figures and stuff. So basically, I'm going to be playing this off camera quite a bit. And if we discover anything, I'm going to be really sad. Like if we find like a massive secret that's never been found before or something, like a random chance event that happens, I'm gonna be so sad. But we're gonna risk it, and we're gonna be doing stuff off camera. So hopefully that goes well. But either way, we're gonna end the video here. I already said to like and subscribe and all that shit, so I'm not gonna do it again. But if you want to see more videos I've made, they should be appearing on screen now. And with all that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, peace out.